are now tuned into the order.
Welcome to the new Wabu Order podcast, and I go by the name of Wabu. Today I got a special guest with me. My man, introduce yourself.
Yo, Mickey Factz, man. What's going on, everybody?
Yeah. Legendary Mickey Factz, too. Let's be clear on that. And we've been waiting all day for this one.
My apologies, y'all.
I know how it goes, brother. But let us know about yourself. Where you from? Like how you started. Let's get the spill on that.
Yeah. I'm from the Bronx, New York.
Me too.
And hip hop is basically a part of life in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
We birthed everything that.
Hold on, not to cut you off. What part of the Bronx you from?
Soundview section.
Okay, same area as Minnesota. Yeah, I'm from High Bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Ogden, 162nd. But I'm in VA right now. I'm in Virginia.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta right now.
Okay.
I live here in Atlanta.
You know how New York niggas, we get all around the world. We everywhere.
As we should.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in Atlanta right now, but hip hop was a part of life in the Bronx. And it's one of those scenarios where, my father was also into hip hop, and he tried to put a demo out back in the early 80s. And when I was in my mother's womb, he was rapping to me in the womb. So, it's true about, what you put into the atmosphere when your child is in the womb, because that's what they transpire to be. And, I'm here. You know what I mean? So that's basically around of it.
Humble beginnings, regular Bronx shit. Most people. I used to try to rap, but I figured out I was trash.
Damn.
I ain't gonna hold you. One day I was listening to an AZ album. I don't know if it was the first joint or the second one.
Right.
And I'm listening to it and I'm like, yo, I ain't never gonna be this good. Cause at that time it was like the golden age. Everybody was wild night. Like everybody was nice. It wasn't like Atlanta. They didn't have they like Master P ushered in all of the garbage rap. So
I wouldn't call it garbage rap.
I join this. I mean, it's less lyrical. It's trash though. You gotta forget, Master P said, if you don't believe I can buy all nigga act Vince Crowder, gone off that wilder, baking soda, selling quotas. That was trash.
I don't know if that's trash. I don't know if that's trash, B.
I know you gotta. I know you gotta keep it political though, man. But they ushered in bringing in all of the to the like now when I look at rap, I'm like, yo, I could do that. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's a million rappers. Before you looking at, like I said, nice people like AZ, Nas, and you like, nah, I can't do that. I can't even get close to that.
It was trash New York niggas too, though, back in the day.
I'm not. Yeah, it was. It was a lot. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. The Cellar Dwellers was kind of trash.
You can't put that title on Master P alone, B. It was trash niggas in New York. It was trash niggas.
He ushered it in. He said, since I'm trash, I could usher that in. The whole late Silk the Shocker.
I gotta disagree. I'm not a fan of Silk the Shocker's flow, but I can't let you sit here and act like it was just Master P ushering in whack niggas when it was tons of whack niggas in the 80s, tons of whack niggas in the 90s before Master P even pulled up.
I don't know if I can let you get that one off, Mickey.
I don't know if I can let you get Master P being the brand of whack niggas. He had Mystical. Mystical was fire.
Mystical was fire. You right about that.
Mia X was fire.
She was all right. Then you cut Mia the deck. He had 400 other, like, come on, Mr. Serv-On and all of them.
I never listened to Mr. Serv-On, but I did listen
Dugdry, and see, when I moved down south a while ago, so I was able to start hearing like a lot, and then a lot of local dudes down south. They was horrible on the mic, but their influence was Master P.
Fiend was good, B.
Fiend was fire. Nah, he was more than good. Fiend was fire.
Fiend was fire.
You naming all the good ones.
But because you can't say that he ushered in mad niggas, and these are the first niggas that he ushered in.
Cain and Abel. And Cain and Abel from the Bronx, too.
I never heard a Cain and Abel song.
Nah, they from the Bronx, too. It was kind of trash.
I can't speak to that. I can only speak to my man, Silk, who was offbeat. And I could speak to C Murder was all right. I fucked with C Murder.
He was alright.
I fucked with him. He was alright.
Now that you said that though, that Silk might have really influenced, like, you know, now the whole vibe is the offbeat. He the godfather of that.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
And now that you say, now you just open my eyes to that. He
That's what
definitely. But I'm saying the trash rappers, Master P, he the godfather of that.
Listen, I'm not co-signing Master P being trash, B. I can't co-sign that. First of all, now
I hope you ain't got to pay them Mayadis.
You won't. if you comparing Master P on 4321, like, then yes, I'm not. I can't co-sign him being as lyrical as Redman, Method Man, DMX, and Cannabis. But if you put,
of course, I'm not. That's just cheating. That's cheating if I was to do that.
If you, first of all, make him say was a fire Master P record. It was a fire Master P record. It
was because my son Fiend, Mystical, or because all of the other the starting five, the rest of the people that was on it was crazy. So it was easy to get on there.
About it was fire, man.
It was really the beat though. It was really
that beat was very crazy.
That beat might be top 10. I ain't gonna hold it. that beat might be top 10.
About it is a wild beat.
Yeah.
And a wild song. It's a wild song too.
Yeah.
You know, even if Heaven Had a Gangster, like I feel like a lot. If Heaven Had a Gangster was alright, man. You wildin'.
Man.
All right, let's get off this topic because you wild. I'm not trying to be involved with anything. No.
I ain't gonna pull you in that. I'm definitely not gonna pull you in that. But I was just putting my man on to some of the things you've been doing. He left though, but as far as all those freestyles you've been dropping, and you dropping like a lot of financial literacy in your freestyles and podcast. On this podcast, New Wabu Order, we talk about a lot of that. And we try to have guests on here to speak on a lot of financial literacy, because I feel like, especially like in the conscious community or Black people as a whole, we could tell you about everything about Egypt and history and all of that, but we don't know nothing, credit, none of that stuff. We don't, including myself. I don't know none of that type of stuff. So I think it's a breath of fresh air to hear somebody in the hip hop community, which is yourself, speak about these things. And then you do it in a fly way. And you don't do it like in a cheesy way. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like what made you go that route, or have you always been on that? Like,
what made me go that route, I was fixing up my credit in 2017. And as I'm fixing it up, you know, I've always been good with money and I always had a good credit score. But when I started to kind of make bread, I was influenced by a couple of the homies who was like, yo, cash is king. If you got the cash, you can do it, whatever you want. And that's not entirely true. Once I found that out when I got married. Cash is king for those people who want to not, you know, worry about taxes and things like that. Once you start making an obsessive amounts of money, you can't. Cash is just not king. You can't just. You could go to a dealership and drop off a big bag of bread, but you can't. When it's time to go buy a house, they want to check. They're not trying to take a whole bunch of cash. So, or they want credit. You know, they want to see your credit score. So, like, as I'm fixing on my credit after I got married, I'm putting these things together and I'm learning it. And I'm like, yo, I should put this in rap format because it's so much that I'm learning right now. And if I'm learning it and I'm an intelligent guy, I know it's people that is not as smart as me, or people that are as smart as me or smarter that don't have this information. And the best way to give information is through the drum. You know, we as African people, you know, we're connected to the drum and the sounds. It's vibrational. So I was like, you know what? Let me put this in rap format for my people and see what transpires from that. And you know, obviously there was people in the hood who wasn't feeling that. They wanted to hear what they wanted to hear, but then there was other people in the hood who did want to hear it.
Definitely keep that up.
and it helped so many people, man.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, when I saw how many people were helped by that, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna continue down this path. And a lot of people in the Black finance space gravitated to it on a level that I never would have expected, especially from Black people. I was very shocked and happy and overjoyed.
Because that's something we needed, it's something we wanted, and then you brought it to how we would like it. You know what I mean? Like, some, like, say a course or something like that. Like, no disrespect to nobody doing those things. We gonna be like, but you putting it in you kind of, at first when I started this podcast, your freestyles influenced me. Like, I'm like, man, I need to start talking about some type of financial literacy or get people on here. That wasn't even on my radar, to get nobody on here that speak like that. So your freestyles brought that to me, like, man, like, this is something we know, because I don't know none of that stuff, and that's sad. Me being the age that I am, not knowing none of that stuff. Like I said, I thought just cash was king, or you just got to get the bag, just the money. I'm thinking like that. You know what I mean? I'm not knowing all the other things that you need to do, and we so far behind as a people when it comes to that type of information. It's actually sad, bro, that we that far behind.
A little bit, but you know, everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, you know, it's no better time than to learn now. And I feel like we're in a space as Black people, you know, utilizing social media, that we can access so much information. And, you know, obviously if there were more MCs like myself, the information will be spiraling out of control.
They're gonna come along. They're gonna come along because they right now they seeing the movement you starting, so they like, yo, let me get down with that. And the more they learn, they gonna come along. Like, cause it's like brothers like you, people like Earn Your Own Leisure podcast. Those brothers over there, I look at everything they drop, and I'm like, wow. And I'm learning as I go. So everybody else doing the same thing, and then other artists, once they gonna see you showing that it's cool, they like, okay, Mickey doing that. It's cool, especially battle rappers and all that. You wow heavy in the battle community, and we getting ready to talk about that. But they see that, and then they like, okay, now I could start saying, they might have been scared before. They might have been on that tip too, but just was scared to do it. That's how I look at it.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, it's one of those scenarios where each one teach one. Mm-hmm. And at some point, people are going to get hip to it, and they're going to add it to their repertoire and their lifestyle. Once it's a part of your lifestyle, it's a part of your raps. It's a part of how you move, how you speak, how you purchase and do things. I'm telling you, it's a lifestyle. Financial literacy is a lifestyle. You think about literacy, that's the art of speaking, right? And understanding. So once you speak and understand it, it becomes a part of who you are. And I think as Black people, we need to understand that on so many different levels.
And I want to get into one real quick. My producer, he's not here right now. His name is Brandon, right? We always argue about crypto, or we debate about crypto. I'm not a fan of it. He's like a super fan of it. Can you speak about that a little bit? Because I know he want to hear this.
Yeah, I mean, for the smart ones, niggas been on crypto since 2013. You know, it's going to be a digital currency that's going to probably, you know, supersede, you know, a regular currency at some point in time. And it's imperative that we as Black people get on it as soon as possible. Right now it's at $40,000 a coin. There was a point when, for the Bitcoin. For one Bitcoin, it was $40,000 a coin right now for Bitcoin. But at one point, Bitcoin was like $1,000. Yeah. So if a person put $1,000 into Bitcoin when it was $1,000, you'd be a millionaire right now. Maybe a billionaire, low key. And for me, not a billionaire, but maybe like a couple 100 million.
Yeah.
And in my mind, right, it goes back to, we as Black people, we don't have the passive income to allow security within places that financial literacy can take us. And I say that,
facts.
You know, just from experience, right? When I go on tour, a lot of times people that buy the merch is mostly the white people. They'll buy pretty much everything, whereas the black person would be like, yo, they'll come by, and this is not to single black people out.
I could dig it.
But it goes back to passive income, right? In my opinion, if black people have more passive income, they need that money to survive during the week. I just was in Alabama. They don't have, they're good paying jobs there, but it's not to the point where they could come and buy everything that I got at the merch table, as opposed to a white person who has the access to more funds. And, they're able to do more things with their money because they're financially literate since they were kids.
Yeah.
Whereas we were trying to survive.
Yeah.
We was trying to get fly to impress each other. And,
and we started off with bad credit. Our parents put the phone bill and the light bill in our name.
Exactly. So that
some bug outs.
That leads to issues,
Word. So I had said something earlier, right? Rap battling, like battles. Yeah. And I know you heavy in that community.
Yeah.
How, and because I seen you from the beginning. The first time I ever heard about you for real was on the seen you on the Source magazine. You was on the freshman cover. So then I said, oh, he from the Bronx. So I'm definitely Bronx biased. So I'm Bronx of Virginia biased. If you're from the Bronx of Virginia, I'm with you. So I said, let me check son out. You were fired. You had a song with, I forgot, I know the kid real name, but I forgot like his rap name, but he went to high school with me. I went to University Heights in Bronx Community College.
What's his real name? What's his real name?
His real name was John.
John what?
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't remember the last name.
All right.
But but I went to school with son. But at that time, I seen you had a song with him. So I said, so I started digging into your joint. So I didn't know you was like, when I started seeing you coming around the battle, the URL and all the battle world, I already knew you was nice. And I was like, yeah, he gonna smoke these niggas. Sometimes people be nice with the songs, but they don't be nice on the battle rap tip.
Right.
And when I really started like, yo, he got it on the battle rapping tip when you battle DNA. Cause son, DNA is nice. Yeah. And I feel you won. So just tell me, like, how was that transition? Or was it a transition?
Yeah, it was definitely a transition. What these guys do on a consistent basis is incredible. You got to think, put together stuff that nobody's ever done before over a course of weeks, and then perform it, one time and one time only, with no mess ups, no hiccups.
And they could never remix that either.
There's no art form in society, maybe other than improv, that does this. And I find it to be incredible what these guys do. So there's definitely a learning curve. But I think I tackled it a little bit easier because I was already hanging around and studying and watching it. I could do to do exactly what they were doing,
Yeah. So with that being, it was a little bit easier for you because you was already kind of in that world, hanging with them, knowing them and stuff like that. I think you was on one of the T-Rex hit, hey Mickey, when he was battling A-Verb.
Yeah.
So you was already around, and I know you've been around people like Goods and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I've known Rex. I've known Rex for about 15 years, maybe 16. I've known Mook for about 16 years, 17. I just left brunch with Iron Solomon, talking about NFTs. So, like, I'm definitely connected in there. So it wasn't that hard of a transition for me. But, it's definitely tough, and it's not something that people should take lightly if they're trying to enter it.
Yeah. Where do you see battle rap going? Do you see it getting bigger, or do you think it leveled out?
I mean, it's only one way to go but up, because there's still people that don't know about the culture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely it's definitely underground, but there's a huge cult following for it.
Yes.
I do feel that, at some point it's going to hit a stadium. I just don't know. We just don't know when it'll hit that stadium. Probably in the next 5 years or so. But its trajectory is that it's going that way.
I seen you on Math Hoffa's podcast, and I think y'all was debating about. You was debating about you and Math. I think y'all was going back and forth about
J. Cole.
Like, yeah, the J. Cole joint and Jay-Z. And you was like, yo, a battle rapper can't do what Jay-Z could do.
It's true.
And so what's your take on that? Like battle rappers versus industry rappers? Like, do you think it can ever live in the same space, or it got to be totally different?
It depends on what the format is. I don't believe industry rappers can just come into battle rap and just take it over. It's a completely different arena.
Yeah. Even the best ones, I don't think could do that. I don't think Jay-Z could get in there and take it over.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And I don't think battle rappers can go into the industry and just start making hit records. I don't see that happening.
Now, the only thing with that, why you don't think that, like, they already proven that they are lyrically inclined?
Because they be battling the beat. That's one. And two, music is a feeling. So if you're not making music that can make you dance, you're going to be making music that make you think, or you're making music with the heart. And if you got to be vulnerable, you got to remember these niggas is battle rappers. So when you get vulnerable, now it becomes ammo for your next battle that niggas is going to use against you. So it's tough for them to crack that code of, let me make this hit record and be looked at as crazy if they try to experiment and sing and do this, and because then they're going to get attacked in the battle world. Like
Don Q, he was a battle rapper. He kind of was average, but some make fire songs. So
he hasn't made a hit record though.
Yeah, but he made street hit records.
Yeah, but there's a difference.
All right, so then what's a hit record though? What's a
hit record is a record
40?
Yeah, top 40, or something that charts on the R&B rap charts. That's a hit record. Or write a hit record. I don't know.
A street hit record.
I don't know.
What would be a street hit record?
Street hit record is like Breathe from Fab, or We Gonna Make It by the Lox. That's a street hit record. They put We Gonna Make It on, niggas is going cuckoo.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, those are street hit records. Build those records up. I feel like, Don Q, as talented as he is, and I think he's incredibly talented. I've heard him rap.
Is fire.
I don't know if anything has charted it, but that doesn't mean he can't do it. He probably didn't have the capital or the marketing to take him to that next level. He probably wrote records for A Boogie or something. We don't know. I have no clue. We have to go by what we have in terms of analytics, and he hasn't done that yet.
Speaking of writing, you've been a ghostwriter yourself.
Yes.
I know you can't tell who you ghost wrote for, but is it like, did you write for people that people wouldn't think like, man, that's Mickey right there. That's Factz. That's a joint that he would do.
Nah.
Like pop records or something, have you wrote?
Yeah, I've written pop records. I've actually, me moving to Atlanta was because I wrote a pop record. The money was so crazy, it allowed me to move me and my family down here. One check. And there's some other records that, if you, there's some records that, like, if you heard them, and if I was be around the person, I'd be like, well, and then they'll be like, you lying, and I'll be like, well, check this out, and I would have to show them proof. But one of those scenarios where I'm a versatile artist. I could rap about anything and sing about anything, because it's all about the feeling. Music is a feeling, you know, I be rapping like a madman, you know, to show people that I'm nice, but really, like, music is a feeling.
Yeah. Let me ask you one question too, man. Why in your music you don't have what I call white supremacist rap? When I say white supremacist rap, because most of the songs you hear out here, these artists are talking about killing other black people, how much they hate black women. When they talk about women, they're not talking about nothing other than black women and how many black people they gonna kill and all of this stuff. Why you don't rap like that? Because that's the joint that had take you out of here. Why you don't do that?
Well, I've never killed anybody.
Mm-hmm. Most of them dudes ain't never killed nobody either, though.
Yeah, but I don't want to portray the fact that I have killed somebody. I don't even want that energy on me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one. Two, I've never sold drugs in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't rap about something that I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about flipping birds and 28 ounces to a key or anything. I don't know any of that. That's all like Chinese arithmetic to me. So I can't either.
Yeah.
I've always been a ladies' man. So when it came to the women, I'm either going to rap about making them feel great about themselves, or I'm going to rap about stuff that I've done in my past as a man, you know, but it'll always be metaphorical, right? Yeah. So it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be overtly disrespectful. It'll be more tongue in cheek for a bar. I do drink, so I'll have a bar here and there about, you know, having a drink.
And you get fly too, though, son. So I know you always rap about that.
Yeah, I'm always rapping
about what you know.
I rap about what I know. I rap about cars, you know, that I've driven in. I rap about women that I used to talk to. I rap about getting money.
Hold on, not to cut you off. Did they really give you a car when you did that commercial?
For free, yeah.
Yeah, the free car, yeah.
Free
I be
Honda.
on it, son. I be listening to your lyrics. I don't just listen. I be decoding shit. You did?
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I be just trying to have, you know, bars. Like, I want people to be like, this nigga is he's just nice. Like, there ain't nothing you could, nigga, this nigga's just nice.
I ain't gonna hold you, son. You're incredible. Like, I'm
that.
And I ain't even fronting. I feel like you're getting better lyrically.
Yeah, I
you know
feel
how some
way.
people be at like a standstill? Like, damn, son ain't never getting he ain't really getting better. From when I first heard you to now, you got better lyrically.
I agree.
And which is crazy, because there's a lot of people that just stay right there. Stay at the same, like, I don't want to say no name, but you know, son, you know how it go. Some people was nice back then. You like, damn, and then he's still rapping like how he rapped back then.
Right.
Like, and that's even with some battle rappers. Like, I ain't gonna say, because some of them is my favorites that still rap the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with battle rap though, some people I think is too nice for battle rapping. And you want to know, I'm gonna keep it a bean.
I appreciate that, brother. I really do. It means a lot to me. I do my best to just be myself though, you know, because I mean, it goes back to, you know, when we talk about financial literacy, I'm trying to, you know, get my credit fixed, and then I end up writing a rap about fixing credit. Right. And I think art is supposed to imitate life. And I think every rap and every song that I write imitates my life. So like if I'm watching or I'm reading, like I was reading Malcolm X's biography. Mm-hmm. I'm reading his biography. I'm like, you know what? I want to make a song about him when he was Detroit Red. So what do? I make a song called Detroit Red. I go to the barbershop. I dye my hair red. You know what I'm saying? Brown to be Detroit Red. Then I get the finger waves done. So when we shoot the video, I could feel like him. I feel like these are the instances that separate me from my contemporary peers, because I'm trying to elevate the culture with what I feel is necessary in terms of creativity.
Yo, but for real, you know who I want to see you battle? and this is just respectfully, because I feel both of y'all are geniuses, especially lyrically. Loaded Lux. I would love to see that.
Yeah, that'll be a tough one, man.
I would love to see that.
That's my bro.
I feel like you could bang with Son. I feel like you could feel, and no disrespect to him. I'm just saying I like his pen and I like your pen. And I think y'all could really kick that shit that I like. Maybe I just want to hear the shit I like. Maybe, you know what I mean? But I think that would make a great match.
I agree. It would. It'll be tough, but I'm always down for it. I just don't think that's something that he will want to do, which I respect.
Because of friendship or?
Yeah. We've known each other for about 13 years. So it's one of those scenarios where it's like it's more of a respect thing than it is.
Yeah. Like, so who's on your radar that you want to battle?
It's only one person I want to face right now.
Who's that?
Iron Solomon.
That would be crazy. You and Iron Solomon.
He's a spook.
That's a matchup. That's a real good matchup.
It's a scary matchup, but that's the only person I want to face right now currently.
You know, it's against my belief to go against somebody that's melanated. So you know what I mean? So you already know 3-0 Mickey Factz. Iron is tough though. Iron is tough.
He's spooky.
He's tough not just for you, for anybody. Even some of the most lyrical brothers, he's tough for anybody.
Yeah, he's tough.
So I see you trying to push yourself on the battle rap tip.
Yeah, he's a legend, man. So I would love to be a part of his legacy by facing him. You know, so it's an honor for me. Yeah,
I'm gonna give it to you 3-0. I ain't gonna hold you. 3-0. Y'all heard it first from me. 3-0. Facts.
Yes,
So
sir.
let them know what kind of projects you got out right now. Let them plug yourself, everything you got going on, man. Hopefully we could do this joint again too, good brother.
Absolutely, I would love to, and be on time this time around when I spin the block. But right now I got a project with Blue and Knots. It's called The Narrative. It's out right. I'm working on another project that should be out in December, and then I got this project called The Dinner Table that's coming out late next year. That's basically focusing on financial literacy, man.
Oh, so, I can't wait for that to come out. You said late this year or next year?
Late next year.
Okay.
The Dinner Table,
yeah. Can't wait for that one.
Yes, sir.
Great.
MICKEY.FACTZ, Twitter.com/Mickey Factz, and Facebook.com/official Mickey Factz. Much love and respect to my guy Wabu.
Yeah.
Sorry for my lateness. Maybe we could spend.
Don't worry about it, good brother. We made it happen. It happened.
We could spin the block again this week, man. Give you another interview for a longer one. We could have a more in-depth convo. I apologize again, because I'm never really late like that. But let's make it happen.
Okay, y'all know where y'all heard it first. New Wabu Order Podcast. Let's grow.
Yes, sir. Peace.
You are now tuned into The Order.